is back, slicing through the noise with a culture attack. Pop culture, films, and the world we see. Deleted scenes, where the truth runs free. Take care, stay strong, we're breaking the mold. Be safe, stay healthy, let the story unfold. From watch parties, reviews, to the news we spin. Deleted scenes, yeah, this is how we win. Take care, stay strong, we're breaking the mold. Be safe, stay healthy, let the story unfold. From watch parties, reviews, to the news we spin. Deleted scenes, yeah, this is how we win.
All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen out there in YouTube land. I am Deleted Scenes, human being American, and YouTube Ronin, and I'd like to welcome you to tonight's episode of the Mystery Movie Night Podcast. I would like to say hello to everyone currently following along on X. I can't see you, but I know that you're there. I'd like to say hello to a few people who have joined us here in the live chat. Channel member, JPRPH1. Faithful Blue Wrench, channel member, the Bird Woman of YouTube. Watch out for her channel, Fluff Chick Productions. It's kind of clear. All right. My fellow panelists are waiting patiently backstage, so let's bring them on. Ladies and gentlemen, the most violent woman on YouTube, and tonight I found out why. She drinks heavily, and it's a real shame, and she should not do this to herself. I think it is time for an intervention. I really, really do. You know her, you love her. The reason why I know you're all really here. Come on, be honest. Since corner.
You will never take my coffee away from me. So.
We all know that's not really coffee.
What? Of course it is. Listen, what I tell you backstage needs to stay backstage, sir.
No, it really is coffee.
Yeah,
I know because she threatened to come here and hit me with the thermos. Yeah, and I have one of those thermoses, and they hurt. They
really keep the coffee really hot, so you don't want it to be, thrown on you in a fit of rage or anything.
Oh no. The horror. Anyway, also waiting backstage, a man who shanghaied himself into this broadcast. He regrets it every minute of every day.
Poor guy.
And then there's his actual life. Nicholas Severs.
I do. Oh.
There's
my card. You have it.
There you go.
My apologies, man. I'm sorry. I love you, man. You know that. I can't quit.
Tuesday night, like I said, man, Tuesday night is my favorite night. It's so much fun. So.
Good time.
My next guest is here because I felt we needed another girl.
Poor Rachel.
This show is a sausage fest, man. It really is. And then there's Sin, and I'm like, Sin can't be the only woman. That wouldn't be right.
We need more representation, y'all.
Representation!
Yeah.
Rachel, the elder millennial. Hi.
Unfortunately, I identify as a man.
That was a little too convincing, Rachel.
Yeah, people get really freaked out when they can hear how deep my register goes, and I'm just like, I'm a singer, so like I have a wide range of octaves in my voice. So.
Oh wow, we need to hear you sing sometime, Rachel.
Indeed.
Yeah. You should like join the karaoke thing that Deleted does.
She's a beast.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that is true. Okay. Hello.
And, our long lost brother is back. All right, I have to tell this story. It was my fault. I threw him off the show. He's just too much. He's just too much of a wild man. We don't know what he's going to do. He's too unpredictable. And I felt that things had to come to things were coming to a head. I suspended him from the broadcast, but he's back now. And whoa, off the cover.
There we go.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm back.
Now it's a party.
Cheers.
Cheers.
What a tragic Tuesday it would be without a drink.
It's like Sin's theme song. No, I'm just kidding.
Spike that coffee.
Yep.
Wow.
There you go.
Irish.
Coffee.
Hey, it is actually coffee. I promise.
It is. It is. It is.
I need to stay up. I have another live stream after this.
Yes, you do.
Coffee.
Yeah. So let us get down to it. The mystery movie this week was Matt Johnson's Tony, a biopic of. Why is this thing doing it this way? A biopic of the early days of the career of Anthony Bourdain and his summer at the first restaurant that he worked at, which is a small seafood restaurant in Providence, Rhode Island, aka the Ninth Circle of Hell. At least for him. Hello to Iron Herder. Good to see you, sir.
Hey, Aaron Herder.
All right. So, all right. Yes. To answer your question, backstage poll, yes. All right. So this stars Dominic Sessa as Anthony Bourdain, also Amelia Jones, Leah Woodall, who seems to be showing up in a number of these mystery movie nights.
He was in Tuner.
Yeah. He's in Tuner and he's in Nuremberg as well.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that one.
And of course, also starring Antonio Banderas. All right, I'm going to just jump into this immediately because I'm someone who works in a seafood restaurant.
Okay.
And have worked in a number of restaurants through my through pretty much most of my adult life. This movie gets a lot right.
Okay.
It is scary accurate.
The book was scary accurate, I'm told.
I'm sure it was. Now,
as accurate as the white powder going on?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
The Bolivian marching powder.
There is. I will make note of something that this movie pretty much puts out there up front. There's a lot of addiction in the restaurant business. I don't know if it's the long hours. You're getting people from different backgrounds and everything that comes along with that. And yeah, there's a lot of addiction, alcohol, drugs, other things. And this movie is very upfront about it. And if this is the first movie I've seen that's really that I've personally seen, because I stay away from, I would not have seen this on my own.
Same.
Because I would have just felt like, not because of the not because necessarily because of Anthony Bourdain. I had no personal issue with the guy at all. look, he says at the beginning of this movie, I was a kid and needed an ass whooping.
And he was narcissistic ass.
He was. And this is a movie that is all about him getting his ass whooped, you know.
Yeah.
And deservedly so. And this is a warts and all depiction of him. Hello, Proctophile. It is a warts and all depiction of this kind of life, of working in this kind of profession. And it is spot on in many, many ways. I can relate to a lot of it. I can relate to sticking yourself in the hand like he does. I can relate to, you know, the potato masher thing, because I used to be the guy who had to do that. You know, where you have to individually wash off like about 150 some odd potatoes and mash the damn thing down and get that thing cleaned off without cutting yourself. It gets the minutia right. It gets the day-to-day right. It gets the hard partying right. It gets that whole sort of soul-sucking, draining. You gotta love it in the way that Antonio Banderas' character does to do it. And it is a rough life. And this movie shows that. And this kid who, I want to be a writer, you know, because we first see him introduced to Anthony Bourdain in 1975 at Vassar College, where he's trying to get this writing fellowship, which, of course, he does not get. Because if he had, we wouldn't have gotten this movie, or Kitchen Confidential or anything else. But no reservations. And he doesn't get that fellowship. He's pretty much stalking this girl, you know, which is not healthy, because through the whole movie, I'm like, dude, no, this is not the way to do it. So he's got this crush on this girl that he's known since, I think he said, high school. And he basically stalks her to Providence, Rhode Island from New York, and
New Jersey, actually.
New Jersey, sorry.
Yeah,
Same difference. And I tend to think of New York and New Jersey as the same because I had family there. Long story. Anyway, so he winds up in Antonio Banderas' restaurant. He makes some trouble. He gets thrown out and loses all of his money because Leo Woodall fucking takes it. And I think you got robbed. Yeah, by you. Yeah, stinker. And long story short, winds up at this. He kind of BS's his way into a job at this restaurant, and we're off and running. And I'm just going to say this up front: it gets so much right. The actors are all spot on. I couldn't say that there was a performance in this movie that was bad. I think this is one of the best movies of the year. And I don't know if everybody's going to agree, and if they do, that's fine. But this movie got me on a number of levels, and it got a lot right, and it got stuff that I've seen face to face. And I started out as he did, you know, and yeah, it for me worked on so many levels. Are there a couple of points that get a little predictable? Sure. I just knew just by nature of the beast what was coming in certain instances, but because that's what would happen in that situation, you know. And I'm just oh no, avoid that. But don't do that. I'm the guy. I'm sitting in the back row and I'm laughing at stuff in this movie, and people are looking at me. What's he laughing at? You know. I'm like, because these little things did happen. These little, just these little moments that are just going to just be flybys for the average person. But for me, I was just like, I'm over there. I'm stifling a little because I'm like this the whole movie. Don't do that. Oh, he's going to do that. Oh, he did that. No. And yeah. So for me, this movie worked like gangbusters. I love this movie. Maybe I shouldn't, but I do. And I've lived this movie. I get it. So yeah, I'm just going to say it up front. This is a huge thumbs up for me. I don't want to ignore the chat here because I do see hello. Our man from the future, Sashi. He is with us. And Connie says, "And a special kind of person to be in the food industry, especially working in a bar or a meat cutter." Yeah, because those guys have it rough.
Do you want to put us like in so we can see each other?
Sure. All right. All right, so I've said my piece. You guys had at it.
So I want to start with saying the quote in the movie is a direct quote from the book.
Yes.
I was, to be frank, a spoiled, miserable, narcissistic, self-destructive, and thoughtless young lout, badly in need of a good ass kicking. I read the book, as I mentioned to you guys in the Twitter X, whatever the fuck it's called now. And it was like spot on. As we discussed, one of the scenes that we can get into later, which actually was like kind of brushed over very quickly in the movie, as like a montage kind of. But for me, this movie worked on the level that it, on the surface level, the character development. Sorry about. There's probably a fire in New York City.
There's
a kitchen fire. There's a kitchen fire. That is definitely a That's a fire truck. But as we can also get in the movie, as there was a kitchen fire there, it worked on the surface level in that there was plot, there was character development. You start at point A and get to point B, and on the surface level, it worked very well. On the deeper meaning, 1 or 2 levels deeper, you see certain things that happened. If I can get into light spoilers, at the end, where there's a crab cookout, you could see like the cinematography is showing him leaving the old behind and emerging into the new by making the right decision that ultimately leads to the rest of his life. One good decision led to the rest of his life. Just it captured the 70s, I think, very well for a very low budget movie.
Yeah.
I think the actor, I forget, I haven't seen him in anything else. Splendid. His
the main actor. Did you see The Holdovers?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Oh, okay. He was in that.
I keep calling it The Leftovers. It's The Holdovers.
And I mean, I don't remember all the characters' names. So like the guy with the Bolivian marching powder, I call him the JD Vance lookalike. The entire time I'm like, this guy should get tapped for like a JD Vance biopic because he looks just like a. I'm sorry, like once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Who was actually in the JD Vance biopic?
Was it?
Because they've already done one. So
Hillbilly
Hillbilly
Elegy.
Which is very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember who was in that. I didn't see it.
Yeah, one actor that it doesn't get his comeuppance because he did such a good job in Mad Men, because he's such a effing dick in Mad Men, is Rich Sommer, who plays his father, or Harry Crane on Mad Men, for those of you who've seen it. I don't know who the mother was. I don't know the actress, but I
could never pronounce her name.
She's familiar to me.
She's been in a number of. She was in that Rockstar movie with.
And what I remember from the book, he had a pretty strange relationship with his mother. The father was as encouraging as Rich Sommer made him out to be, and like in the book, he did finally like come to terms with his mother, and who was finally proud that he like found his path or whatever. And that was shown very well in the movie. But, to a few other things that I like quickly note off the top of my head, and before I, quit yapping, is how much pressure regular people were under so that they resorted to drugs to like just keep going. He's like, oh, I'm really hungover. Okay, I'm good to go now.
Yeah.
And that's part of the job. I've personally seen it as well. Never done it, but to each their own. Everybody has their drug of choice. But yeah, I think it showed like the pressures of that environment and how you start by actually, you know what? I think the message of this movie is so applicative to not only Gen Z, but just the rest of society in general, where you don't start at the top. Like it takes care of the narcissism in a visceral way. It's like, no, bitch, you're starting washing fucking dishes. Then you go cut your hand on the oyster, and then you start leveling up. It's a true microcosm of what life is supposed to be like. And I think everybody should, see this movie in order to, and get that from the message. Like I see kids at work all the time, like, oh, like, how come I'm not getting promoted? It's like, bitch, you're 18 months out of undergrad. Like, I'm sorry, but no, you need to grind another 10 more years before you're even like halfway decent. And this movie sort of drives that message home. And it's, for all the messaging that movies have had over the past 15 years or plus, I'm going to say 18 because I ironed it out to the dark age of cinema starting around circa 2008, 2009, basically since we've had the last good comedy, Tropic Thunder. But anyway, sorry, I went on a huge long rant about that. That's not even like going to fit into a short.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
So you actually finished the book? For some reason I thought that you were.
I put it down for a long time.
Oh, okay.
And then I finished it because, like, if we can get into spoilers, the book has been out for 20. I don't know. I want to say like at least 10 to 15 years.
Deleted magically shows back up. He's like, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, the book has been out for a while, a long time. He was like top New York Times bestseller for like a long time. But there's a scene in the book that was also shown in the movie where one of his coworkers, and I must have misread it when I thought it was him. I thought it was Anthony Bourdain. Yeah. Where one of his coworkers ends up having sex with the bride that's in their restaurant on her wedding night, which I just find very gross.
Okay, I'll give you that one. I've never seen that happen.
You gotta be a particular kind of scumbag to do that on both.
On both sides.
Exactly.
Granted,
on both sides.
But I would have to say, has that happened between co-workers on site?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But I haven't seen anybody to have the balls to go to do that.
Yeah.
and A, not get caught, and B, get away with it. I mean, just I mean, that's the part where if I didn't know going in that happened, that's the part where I would have called bullshit.
Yeah, no,
but it happened.
In the book. And the reason the book did so well is because it is so viscerally real to what it's actually like to work in. Because the byline, what was it? Hold on, I have the book in PDF. Come on, Adventures in the Culinary Underbelly. So yeah, it's Kitchen Confidential. Yeah, I mean that's the reason the book did so well. I think the movie actually gives the character within the movie his comeuppance because he kind of sees like, hey, like his coworker. I'm gonna just call him JD Vance. I don't even know what the character's name is.
I forgot his name.
Sorry,
Les.
Les. He's this like scumbag who's like a drug addict, like is willing to break into houses, make money, punches the head chef. He's the real asshole of the movie.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I just read Edging Machine and I was like,
that's because I cut the first half off of that. I'm sorry, guys. Same with my job. Cutting lenses for glasses. Fun fact: cutting lenses is called edging. Also, a machine that is known as an edging machine. You can imagine the giggles I get when I conducted training classes back in the day. I'll bet.
Sashi, quick aside to Sashi's comment. I actually worked at LensCrafters one summer when I was like 18, turning 19. And at first they had me do sales, which I was so good at that they're like, you're making way more money in commissions than all of us put together within 3 weeks of you starting. So get back in there and like, quit making us look bad. And I actually cut classes one summer.
So you were an edger, were you?
I was an edger. Yeah, that's right. Womp, womp, bump, bump, but
Well, I would prefer one of the ladies go before I go. I'd feel bad.
Go ahead, Sin.
So I really don't give a crap about Anthony Bourdain. I just like I don't care. I have known of him peripherally, and all I knew about him was that he had some sort of cooking show. He seemed kind of arrogant and annoying, and he offed himself. That's really all I knew about him. So I really was not looking forward to watching this movie. Not that I thought I was going to actually hate it, or that it was going to be bad, because the movie is not bad, you guys. It's well made. It is well acted. It's a comedy drama-ish. Holdovers was my introduction to him. I loved that movie. I really, really enjoyed that film a lot.
It's a Christmas movie, correct?
It takes place during Christmas time, and the acting is just so fantastic. And it's not even the type of film that I would normally gravitate toward. Kind of like this is something I just wouldn't normally gravitate toward. I'm not angry about this film at all. I didn't leave annoyed. I was just like, okay, but the more I think about it, yeah, it's a good film. If you like Anthony Bourdain, if you like movies about this sort of stuff, like, working in a restaurant in the backside and seeing all the craziness that happens. Yeah, it was. I knew that he was. I knew it was sarcastic. He kind of came across as
pretentious.
I don't know. He rubbed me wrong the little bit that I was exposed to him, but then, like I said, it was very peripheral. So, maybe I know that he had a lot of problems. He had there were some mental health problems going on.
Yeah, I mean,
but he also his ex-girlfriend got in trouble for messing with a minor, and he was involved in kind of trying to keep it quiet, covering it up sort of thing. So he might have had some residual guilt from that behavior, getting involved and covering up something super bad. But this film, like I said, it's a great character arc. I loved Antonio Banderas in here. I thought everyone in here was actually very, very nothing wrong with the acting, but loved Antonio specifically because he was actually a character that I truly rooted for.
Yeah.
I really liked this guy. I didn't care about the girl that he was pining away for. I didn't care about Tony. Antonio Banderas' character was just such a genuine guy, and I felt how much he loved what he did. And yeah, he was that's funny, Sashi. He was the guy for me. But yeah, I think it's worth a watch if you like dramedy films, if you like biopics. Certainly check it out. I don't know that it necessarily deserves a big screen experience because there wasn't anything super cinematic about it. It's just this very small, quiet little movie about this guy's
But that's
early
exactly
life.
what we need. We need not small because
what I mean is you're not losing anything by not watching it on the big screen. Obviously, big screen is my favorite experience, but not everybody wants to pay $20 to go. They're selective about what they go to see on the big screen. But yeah, I think it's worth a watch for sure. I do wish they had gotten someone who looked a bit more like him. However, he did not follow that chick to that place. I had read he followed her to Vassar College, and they actually planned this trip together. They dated on and off for a long time before they finally married in '85.
Wow.
So, yeah. So yeah,
he does end up with Nancy.
Yes, he does.
Oh yeah,
they were married for I think a couple decades.
The book itself is dedicated to Nancy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have the PDF copy up right now. A quick sail around the high seas.
There's not much I can add or subtract to what a lot of you guys have said. I love cooking. I know who Anthony Bourdain is. I'm kind of like with Sin. He's not anyone that I kind of like followed. I never really had any of his books. I knew of Kitchen Confidential. I knew of the Bradley Cooper Show because I was obviously way bigger into TV. And so because of that, I was like, oh, it's based on Anthony Bourdain. I know who he is. Never actually saw the TV show, so I still didn't know anything about Kitchen Confidential. I walked into here, no expectations really. And it was interesting to see that they chose this particular chapter of his life, and apparently it's the first 2 chapters of the Kitchen Confidential book, which is what this is based on, to make a movie on. It was a little distracting. There were a couple of times I was looking at Dominic's Adam Apple, and I was just like...
It almost looks painful, right? It looks like it hurts.
Yeah, and then did you see the way... I don't know
I
if he was
just want to
trying
grind it down a little bit and make it smooth.
Copy the way that he, was walking and would,
he slouched.
His oh, my God.
I could
was
not...
Like,
he slouched?
Yeah.
I kind of doubt it because I think this is how Dominic carries himself. I might be totally wrong, but he slouched, shoulders forward, belly out, terrible posture. It was painful.
So watching the whole movie, I agree with Sin. I couldn't have cared less about this pissant boy. I was so angry with his attitude. I think I wrote douchebag like 300, 400, 500 times or something like that.
Took a while, right?
Couldn't care less about
most
Nancy.
Of the way. Yeah.
I was like, who, her? And I have to look up Amelia Jones. I don't know who she is. She looks familiar, but then
I have looked her up. She was in. I had heard of her before I realized I'd heard of her. Okay, she was in Coda.
Okay, didn't watch that. Was supposed to watch that.
She's in Running Man.
I did see that. She was the girl. She was the girl at the end.
She was the girl who was in that movie Incident in a Ghostland, where she got the broken glass in the face.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Like for real?
Either.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. But there was a stunt that went wrong, and she really got hurt. Yeah.
Wow.
And Running Man. I saw her.
Yeah. Okay.
She reminds me a little bit of Zoe, what's her last name?
Yeah.
Deschanel or
So-
whatever.
Oh, Deschanel.
Deschanel. She reminds me of her a lot.
Yeah, she also reminds me of the English one who played the wife of the doctor in the chair. Man, I'm complete. Stephen Hawking.
Oh,
who
Stephen
played
Hawking.
His, they made that autobiography, and who
Oh,
killed the
yeah.
wife.
Yeah.
Reminds me of her too.
Yeah.
I'm not-
everything.
All right. Now, who is the girl who's
Yeah.
in Rogue One?
That's Felicity Jones. Is
Felicity
that her
Jones.
name?
That's
the
her.
one.
That's
Yeah,
her.
yeah.
That's her.
Okay.
Felicity Jones.
Oh,
That's
I
who
know.
Amelia reminds me of. Yeah.
Felicity Jones.
Oh
Okay.
wow, I don't
Yeah.
see. Okay, I don't see that. But
I
Okay.
think is Amelia English British? Like I feel like she's British, or is she
Yeah.
like?
Yeah, she's a Brit.
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
course,
see,
she
that's
is.
why they're all Brits. They all look alike. No, I'm kidding.
Of course.
No.
Well, they all are fantastic. Well, most of them.
They are
I
fantastic.
don't think I've ever
They've-
seen a Brit who's a sucky actor. They really
No.
have something over on Americans.
I think
They're
they
so
all
good.
graduate from RADA and they just don't put it on their
They're so
on their
good.
resumes anymore. They're like all born on the grounds and everything like that.
I think there's a process that's a little bit more official than what we have. You know,
Like Juilliard and everything like that.
Yeah.
you have to go through theater. You got
Over,
They're
over there,
very
it's like a very
authentic.
like class-based system. So
Yeah.
I feel like it's very tough to like work yourself up. Like very few people have
Gotcha.
done it. Like Jason Statham did it. He went from being homeless to big action star. But what I
That's
like,
awesome.
what I like that I was gonna piggyback off of you, Rachel, is that he does start as like the asshole and then kind of like learns from his experience. Oh my god, character arc.
Mhm.
But it also has that genesis from like if you read the book, it's really clear, like it hits you over the head a million times with it. In the movie, it's a lot more subtle because he starts off talking about he actually in the book he talks a lot about his experience with his French mother and going through like having the oysters as a kid, growing up with that French background. And the movie sort of portrays the start of his love of food. So for me, like a lot of women especially, but a lot of people say, "Oh, are you a foodie?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I am. Oh, I'm a foodie too. I like this, and this restaurant." I'm like, "That's not a foodie." And they're like, "What do you mean?" Now you gotta fucking cook the food yourself to call yourself a foodie. To like actually go through, not like passively like consume, but actually make it. And what the movie showed was his start of his passion for the art of cooking.
Yeah.
And going into the French cookbook and just his appreciation of it, which carried through all the way until he passed away. Like his show on, I want to say it was like Parts Unknown. CNN. I don't really watch CNN, but that was actually a decent show. His curiosity for food and his appreciation after being curious, like, hey, I'm going to just try whatever from some hole in the wall. That you see that genesis in the movie very well.
Yeah, you see a lot of things, which is why bringing you to the end credits, and I'll wrap up so Enigma can speak. I'm sitting there watching the end credits, and I don't want to offend anyone. I know everyone goes through a tough time, but I'm sitting there thinking, why on earth did you, delete yourself? And I can see that, yeah, you had a tough mom, but your upbringing was, your father was supportive. You had ideas. I found it, one of the most important things that I took away from this movie was his constant lying, especially to the girl. And
All the
especially when he
time.
was lying, he would
Yes.
lie about the things that he actually was going to do in the future. And I was thinking, I wrote that down. I was like, you're lying about this stuff. Well, we know that now, but obviously he didn't know that. But I was just like, why? Why not just be honest about, what your heart is actually wanting to do. So I mean, it was heartbreaking sitting there watching the end credits, seeing how tough his mom was, knowing what happens way down the line, and just to have to ask why. So I do think people should see this movie. I do agree that it's not a theater movie, but it is a must-watch movie, especially if you like cooking, especially if you like Boston, especially if you like Anthony Bourdain. So it's very much a thumbs up for me.
Too.
Oh my God, I can't even say more about like you did with Antonio Banderas. Loved him. Yeah. Loved him. Yeah. Enigma.
He's very good.
Oh yeah, no. I'm with Deleted on a lot of things. I come from a cooking to make ends meet type time, and it's very, very difficult to get out of that, because inside of the industry, you are spending so much energy, so much time. You are sacrificing a lot of things just to be there, that there is no free time to outside of what the gentlemen were doing with partying and things like that. There is almost no free time,
and that comes up in the book a lot.
Yeah,
too, because he's like, I gotta get up at like 4 o'clock in the morning to go to the fish market to get the best cut of fish straight off the boat.
Yeah,
it's very important.
And there's a lot to that. And so, like, no, I was not in a high end area, but still the expectation level, the stress, we do. And I'm not going to tell you where, maybe later, but we did have a friend of ours, and he would come in, and in order for him to be prepared, he was, on an enhancement type drug to be able to handle the stress that was going to happen. Now, me personally, I would come in with coffee. I would look for coffee. Coffee was like, I would easily be able to
is your friend.
Coffee is life, you guys. Yes.
I can remember there were times I was not leaving till 2 a.m., but I was having coffee around 11 at night before we dumped everything, because it was just like, I need the coffee so that I can finish everything else. And so you could easily go to sleep without while drinking it, and so with that, everything is pretty much on par with that. The stress level, the need, the working up. Yeah, you start Dish Pit. If you can't handle Dish Pit and you can't handle that humility of handling that, you're not going to be able to handle the other. And then when you see the cook and he's like getting angry at that cook machine because it's not working for him, that's very classic. That was, it's like that always happens. And so
Les didn't have the humility to go back after shucking oysters to go wash dishes. And yeah, I mean, the only experience I ever got on that side, I was a bartender. I can mix up a mean drink. I was never in the back of the kitchen, but I can attest to some of the. I definitely saw people struggling with like the toaster.
And this is why you see those little shorts where, people come in with, 5 minutes before close and they're like, hey, can we order? And you hear people in the back cursing their head off because it's just like, we want to be done, And so, I loved Antonio Banderas in this. He does come across as a father figure to guiding the guy, and he really is seeking to inspire him. And you really want to see this succession. And the only time we get that is finally when he, Rachel was saying, when he finally admits, verbally what he's been doing. And so you start seeing him take those slow turn into making better decisions. And so, it was a great film. No, you don't have to spend the $20 to be there, but it's an excellent film. You should take the opportunity to see it, because you can come face to face with some of the things that you might be ignoring in your own personal life. Are you being sincere with yourself on where you're at in your life? And, like Sashi, I think Sashi is like maybe one of the other people on here who just day in, day out, does the same thing. Like he just said in the chat, he's been doing this for 30 years. It's, it's a grind. And it's, anytime I go out to eat, I try my best to be as pleasant or as simple as possible for the person.
Yeah.
Because they're most likely having a difficult day or will eventually. And so
there's always that asshole customer, which I actually appreciated. Mary, the bartendress, had to deal with a drunk customer, and like many a times it's like you kind of like look at the bouncer and you just give him just that look. You just give him the look. You don't even have to like motion. You just like I'm like
eyes out. Yeah,
eyes out. And it's like, yeah, we got to deal with this asshole.
Yeah, so I mean, really great, accurate movie with how it is, especially in that small kitchen. I love how they did the small.
Yeah, it's a very small kitchen.
So tiny. They didn't have this huge ability. And I'm sitting there thinking, what kind of codes are y'all violating with this place?
No.
I mean, it's the 70s. Like
there were some. Yeah.
We found out what codes.
Yeah.
I mean, what I couldn't figure out is why the fire exploded when he put water on it.
Because there's some fires.
It wasn't.
It was a grease.
Yeah, throwing water on certain fires will
yeah.
make it worse.
Yeah. I mean, I would have thought like he would have had the.
But he didn't know because he wasn't experienced.
Or something solid. Yeah, exactly. And he's like, and Antonio Banderas was like,
no, he started to tell him. They all started to tell him before he did it.
No.
Yeah.
I really like the scene where he kind of was going back and forth in his conscience with whether to give Antonio Banderas the money from the cookout. And just the way that was shot, like kind of like an over the shoulder, he kind of like looks back at it, the life, it was a really good shot, like from a cinematography perspective of like two decision tree paths. He could go like back to being a shithead or move on with his life. And ultimately, like that decision point led to that interview where he got the recommendation letter from Antonio Banderas, which got him into CIA. And actually, like if you ever read the book, like the section on when he was at the CIA, that was also like he just his humility building continued. So whereas like when you see him on like Parts Unknown, that series he had on CNN, where he maybe sounds pretentious, he's really not. He's just like really deeply appreciative of food, and that I don't know. I really enjoyed this movie. It's definitely up there because there hasn't been like too many good movies this year. I'd have to like, my brain's not working other than Project Hail Mary that I can think of. For me, this is like a materialist level movie from like whatever it was last year, 2 years ago. I don't even remember when the material.
2 years back, I think.
Let's see.
Yeah, this poor kid Dominic, man, he's gonna be a staple to the 70s now. We need your hair, please.
I've only seen him in 2 films, and they've both taken place in the 70s.
Yeah. They're like, yeah, do that slouching. Dude, you're right, though. His slouching and everything. Oh, my gosh. I was like, dude, please stand up straight, man.
I know.
I was like, she is not going to like you the way you stand.
My God.
Oh, my gosh.
And then his buddy, for as much as his buddy was a horrible guy, he honestly did help him toughen up just a little bit more, you know?
Yeah.
There was a little bit of positivity there. But yeah, he could not humble himself for having been late, you know, and you know he could have helped out, but boy, and there are people that have done that, There are people. We have had people who have intentionally walked out on a shift at our job just because the stress gets too high, the demand gets too difficult, and every now and then you do have managers that intentionally push you to do it. So it can be tough.
That's so cool.
Oh yeah, no, it is all about management in a number of ways. That's actually how I got one of my positions. I had gone in to interview and I had told them where I had been and everything. And so one of the managers was like, "Yeah, are you able to come back later today?" And I was like, "Sure," because you become desperate. And sure enough, as I'm back there, they're giving you the shirt, you're putting the shirt on and everything, and they go, "Yeah, so-and-so, the dishwasher hadn't shown up. He got paid, and usually he goes on a bender for a few days and he won't show up." And so that's how I got the job.
Yeah.
Just
Wow.
I honestly, like, having a good manager is like, I almost prefer that to winning the lottery.
Yeah.
Because if you have a bad boss, gee, like you dread going into
It
work.
makes
and
everything miserable.
the way, like Antonio Banderas' character, almost like he was almost like a fatherly figure, like an alternate to Rich Somer's character, where he's like, "Oh yeah, you can do anything, blah blah blah, like you're so good," to not even just saying like, "No, you're not," but "I'm gonna destroy you and build you back up," kind of fatherly figure.
And he even told him, he goes, "You have that potential, but you choose just to be nothing." That's what you choose. And so it was a great hit.
Yeah. I mean, from like, it's just that these are the types of movies we should be getting all the time. Like,
yes,
we don't need Avengers Endgame all day, every day, because, there was like a bifurcation where we got super indie movies or Avengers Endgame type movies where, like, its budget is like $200-300 million. There's nothing in between. Like Home Alone was shot for what, $30-40 million? That kind of thing, like the in-between movie. Right now, I mean, Wikipedia is only saying that this movie only made $348,000. That could be just off of the movie, the mystery movie. I'm guessing it's just one night in like previews, because this movie comes out this weekend or next?
Next weekend, I thought it was next weekend. I might be wrong.
Well, this is like what C.S. Lewis said too. If you are not understanding what ordinary is, then you're never going to see something that's extraordinary. And so if we're getting Marvel Endgame every single time, it just seems to have
meaning.
Yeah, there is no meaning to it anymore because this is all we're getting. And so
it's coming out actually the day before my birthday, August 21st.
Yeah, next. Okay.
Yeah.
And then there's this weird one. I honestly don't know if I care to spend money on it. This Terminator thingy. It just doesn't look good.
What?
No.
Get out.
It'll never come to anything.
I'm going to watch The Terminator on August 28th, right before I go see T2 on Judgment Day. I've got it all planned out. It's happening.
Amazing.
But then I watch it multiple times a year anyway, both movies. So
You're like telling Sound Booth, this isn't happening. I have plans.
Right. Yes.
Well, Sid, I'm gonna have to like get you on my Arnold pantheon of live streams.
Oh yes, absolutely.
You're
He's like
you're
my
gonna
favorite
be.
actor.
We're going one-on-one on all the Terminator movies. Not at once, but
all of them. Okay.
all of them. Oh yeah.
I refuse to watch Dark Fate again. I will not rewatch that movie. I'm still very pissed.
There is no such film.
Or someone.
Terminator Dark Fate does not exist.
I can talk about it, but I just am not going to rewatch it. I'm very angry
Mandela
about
effect.
it. Still, right? I know. I wish. What a waste.
But getting back to this movie, I mean, I for me, it's a solid 8.5 out of 10.
That's a good one.
Yeah. For me, it was a 7, but I'm still processing.
I think I'd probably give it 7.5 or 8 potentially.
Which actually, you know, like the fact that this came up like so early in the release schedule, like I can work on all the videos or like the video, like my review and now the shorts and everything, and then just like pop in release night, you know, next Friday.
Yeah.
Is,
That's what I did for one night only. I released my
I gotta go
review
see
for
that.
it.
I like, yeah, don't tell me anything about that. I really want
Okay.
to see that.
Okay.
We'll
Welcome
just
to the Hatchet Boys.
Hello, Hatchet Boys.
Okay.
Hey.
Joining us from Twitter tonight. Thank you.
Yeah, he tried to open an oyster with the hatchet. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh
Dude,
my gosh.
when the knife went
You knew
into
that was
his
going to
hand.
happen. You could see it
when
from
he
5
did-
miles
I
away.
mean this. I mean,
Mhm.
because I've had that happen to me before, and it's like I don't want to relive that memory.
Oh yeah, I know.
It's like,
Well, the very first time, because I love cooking. I'm like when I read Kitchen Confidential, but like I've loved cooking since forever. And I finally like, you know, started making some money, so I'm gonna get myself some kitchen equipment. I unpacked my food processor, and this thing is so effing sharp that I cut precisely at the
Ooh.
line right here. These two like lines at where right there. And I look at, I'm like, it hurts. It was so sharp that like I almost didn't feel it. And I'm like, oh, I did it. But so then I opened my hand and I'm like, oh, that's like, if we're going on the metric system, that's a good 3 millimeters deep. And hilariously, I go to the urgent care or whatever, and it was like I stroll in there 4:50 on a Sunday, 10 minutes before they close, and they're like, oh, yeah, you're gonna need a hand surgeon for that. Clearly they didn't want to deal with it. So I walk into the ER at like a major like level 1 trauma center over here, and like it happened to be like a slow day, so they like I got right in with like an attending, and I'm just shooting the shit with him, and he's like, oh yeah, you know, another cooking mishap. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm wasting your time. He's like, dude, don't worry about it. There's no patients right now. Like, here you go. And so that was like, we got into it about cooking and like what the doctors like. I should have gotten that dude's number because that guy would have been a cool person to hang out with. But shout out to the one of the attendings at Cornell. But yeah, getting cut is like, oh, it's like the worst.
well, like Sashi was saying, you know, the funnier stories are when you got employees that, you know, have no clue what they're doing. You begin to tell them what needs to happen. And we had this one guy when I was trying to train him how to cook, and he wanted to be a chef like Bourdain, you know, and so he's taking the knife, and you got this giant knife, and he's taking it like the one that was in the advertisement photo that he's showing.
Oh, yeah.
So he's taking the knife and he's doing this, and it's like, dude, no, you have to get up high on the hilt, and you have to keep your wrist very, very, you know,
and then hold whatever you're holding, hold it like this.
Yeah.
So you don't slice your hand open.
And so I'm trying to show him that, and he keeps going back to like, you know, and you don't want to say it, but like limp wrist. And it's like, dude, you've got to, like, you are going to hurt somebody doing that.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, anyway, it's the funny stories of restaurant work.
No, I think this movie captured it. I think Deleted captured everything at the very beginning of the live stream. All I could add was, it was just like the book.
Works.
A faithful adaptation?
Yeah. Who would have thunk it?
Say it ain't so.
I mean, like, there's been some faithful adaptations. I don't want to be unfair.
I know, it's true. It's true.
Like,
There
the
are
most
some good
faithful adaptations.
Project
I can
Hail Mary and The Lincoln Lawyer are two really good ones.
I haven't read The Lincoln Lawyer, but Project
good
Hail Mary was fairly straight on. The Martian was fairly straight on.
Yeah.
Lone Survivor was very straight on. It was very, very fucking visceral movie. I actually cried on the train. I was by myself, and I was like, like tears running when he My favorite scene in that whole book, like I was hyperventilating when they're like trying to figure out what to do with the goat herders. But when I actually started crying when they fall 1,000 feet
There's
off the side of the mountain, and like his rifle lands next to him, and he's like, "That's how I knew there was a god." I was like bawling on the train. I was just like, "Don't look at me."
Oh, I love Banderas always getting upset when people would take God's name in vain. He's going,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I know. Yeah.
he's flipping out.
Wow. A positive portrayal of our Lord and Savior. Who would have thought
Yeah.
it?
And the way
Yeah.
he made him go to church.
Going to
I know.
I thought that was great. I thought that was lovely. I don't know.
Hey, but you can see him later on. He was actually putting his suit on later on.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's faithfully that he began to think about it.
Well,
You know,
that's what happens when you walk with Christ, you know?
Yeah.
You kind of
And
clean
so-
up your life. Funny how that works.
But yeah, Banderas did awesome in this role. I was
Yeah.
like,
Absolutely. Yeah, I can.
Hmm.
We cannot say enough. He's fantastic in
No,
this movie.
he's so good.
And he's just
Yeah.
Honestly,
he's like he's a
Yeah.
calming presence, even when
Even when he's
Les-
yelling out like
Well,
the
no, even-
orders and all that.
well, yeah, no, but like when Les in that visceral scene where Les punches him and
Yeah.
everybody's just like, oh shit, like shit's about to go down.
yeah,
And
They just-
even he just like kept his cool.
He took it. Yeah.
He took it like, and it's just like, no, do it. And then he's like, okay, and then he just like fucked off because like he knew Antonio Banderas was not messing around.
But Banderas was like, and Banderas literally after taking the punch, he goes, "But I like you."
But I like you.
Yeah,
It was just
Yeah.
like, dude, I was like, that's gotta hurt.
yeah.
Yeah.
I love how
Because-
like over the shoulder, he would Banderas would be like looking at them all doing the powder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was hilarious, and he's just
Yeah.
like doesn't flinch, doesn't react. Okay, whatever, they're doing their job. Who cares?
I've seen it. Yeah.
Okay, which essentially he treats them like adults.
Yeah.
Which is what you need as a manager in any and every job. I know that a lot of places I've worked, they almost treat you like you're a child, and it's like, okay, if I hyper focus and finish this project in 2 hours, and I decide to fuck off on Wikipedia or YouTube, let me, because that's what I need to get your shit done for you.
Yeah.
You know, like a good manager will treat you like an adult. It's like, okay, you want to fuck around on YouTube, but as long as you get I had a
Your stuff
job
done.
where like I had a boss who was sitting in Dublin. So he would leave at like 5 o'clock their time, meaning noon. I would go to the gym for an hour and a half at lunch, come back, eat lunch, do my shit, and he was perfectly happy because I got my shit done.
Mhm.
Which is what you need in a boss that treats you like an adult, like Antonio Banderas does in this movie, which is fantastic. That's the kind of boss I would love.
It was a good one.
Yeah. Sorry,
Yes, I agree.
kind of like went off. I did like, I really like the scenes with the bartender. It's very, very brief, but it's just like, oh.
With Mary. She's my friend.
Sadly, the bar I used to work at no longer exists. It was like it's a very ghetto part of New Brunswick, New Jersey.
Oh man. So you were right at home with what he was going through.
Oh yeah.
He makes that phone call home and the parents are still fighting. They're not even
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's just like
Hangs
yep,
up. I'm gone.
I mean,
Yeah.
I can't relate to that aspect of it, but you know, a lot of the time, like the worst argument when you're discussing media or like movies and media, this movie wasn't made for you. Well, Shawshank Redemption. I never spent any time in prison, but Shawshank Redemption is a masterpiece. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be made for you. It just has to be made right. Like this movie. So I think this movie would apply to anybody that hasn't even worked in a kitchen. it just works.
Yeah.
Speaking of another movie that is very good at portraying what happens in restaurants, the movie Waiting.
Wait.
Oh, with Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think
I haven't seen it.
It's a little more silly. This one's more grounded.
Burnt with
That's also very
Bradley
good.
Cooper.
I thought that one was a great portrayal of the high stakes.
Yeah.
Get up into those high levels.
Yeah.
I have
I
to
mean,
see that one too.
I never worked at that kind of place, but yeah, I appreciated it more.
Oh, there's a really good English one that they actually were not able to continue. And I can't remember this title to it, but there's a short that's hilarious with it where a girl goes in and she goes, "Chef, I have a customer wanting an eggless omelet." And he goes,
That's right. Where was that from? I remember that from somewhere.
and so it's from a show, and I started
Okay.
watching that show. But yeah, that scene was
Wait.
hilarious.
What show was that? Could you remember? Because I feel like I've seen that.
Here, I'll Google it. But yeah, the eggless omelet scene just killed me because the chef was like, "Well, that doesn't exist now, does it?" And so he's giving the server an empty plate, and he's putting
Whites, 2010 British culinary sitcom.
yeah. And so he's putting like oregano on the empty plate, and he's going, there's an eggless omelet. And she goes, "Okay." And he goes, No, don't take it out. And so,
Actually, hilariously, do you guys very quick before, however, very quick aside, do you guys know how potato chips were invented? There was an asshole customer somewhere in upstate New York in the early 1900s came into a restaurant and wanted his potatoes sliced very, very thin. So they kept bringing out like scalloped potatoes until the guy just like started shaving the potato and putting it in the fryer. And that's how potato chips were invented.
That's funny. All
Yeah.
thanks to an asshole customer.
All
So
thanks to an
sometimes we
asshole
do have
customer.
things to,
have you had
thank assholes for.
Did you do the deep fried Oreos yet at your restaurant? Because those were fun to do with,
That's I keep that to once in 10 years.
We did deep fried avocados as well. If you do those are fun. So yeah, there's various experiments on the deep fried.
Oh yeah.
Imagine.
I like my duck fat fries from the other night. I had a few
duck
people
fat.
over, like people wanted to go to a steakhouse. I'm like, bitch, I was born in Argentina. I can fucking do these steaks at home better than Smith and Walensky can. We got a bunch of steaks for like way less than we would have paid for it in a restaurant. I got duck fat from Whole Foods, which was very decadent,
So
and just deep fried it in a pot, like stovetop.
very quick about Argentina. When I was living there, they have, and it's
Wait.
called
Oh, we gotta have a quick aside later.
on Lavalle. There was this restaurant El Oriente.
Okay.
You paid $20. Just paid $20. You could have all you could eat steak with refills of Coke, and it was just like we're in heaven. Like,
Oh, that Coke. Okay, sorry. I was just
we would starve ourselves like a day before just to go and eat. Yeah. So yeah,
Amazing.
so good.
I mean, Argentina's the best.
Yep.
Rigged. The World Cup was rigged.
Oh, I could
Oh
tell
my
you about
gosh.
that.
But,
I can tell you about that.
let's not get
I
into
felt
that.
like
This is not a- this is not a
there was
live
at least
stream
one
about-
game that was rigged in favor of Argentina in the
No,
World
no,
Cup.
they were all
for
rigged
sure.
against. They won in spite of it.
Oh
being
no,
rigged.
there was
Mhm.
definitely a ref that helped them very clearly in one of the games.
I
The eggless.
I was actually pulling against all of the main teams because I was hoping someone new would actually win. Spain and Argentina, they've already
Argentina
won.
is a perennial underdog. If you've been watching it as long as I've been watching it, they're a perennial underdog.
They have won
This
so
is-
many times. No
No,
thanks. But
only three. Only three.
all right, they've won so many times, more than most other countries have won. So
But-
it's like either Italy or Spain, France, Britain, Argentina.
I can
you
promise you,
Germany.
it's because of the young training. Because when I was there, I was walking through this, and these neighborhoods are just destroyed neighborhoods. But when I walk through and the coach is telling the little 6-year-old to open up their semicircle, and all of them are doing that thing in unison. I mean, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
They got kids on lockdown with how to do soccer. So, I mean, it is the training from young ages. So there's a lot there.
Yeah.
But this is not a live thing about soccer.
I'm sorry.
No. I absolutely
have
hate that
a
sport.
question.
Antonio Banderas Spanish. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes.
We do have a question in the chat from our friend Gap After Dark. Hello.
Yes.
Have you guys seen the trailer for Prime Time? Looks interesting. Which, if you have, what are your thoughts?
You know how this looks, right?
Why don't you have a seat?
I don't remember.
Why don't you have a seat?
It's a Chris Hansen thing, and you have.
Oh,
Bill
yes,
Hansen,
that's right.
Yes.
Yes.
Robert Pattinson.
That was one of my all-time fucking favorite shows, and
That Unsolved Mysteries. Oh, you just bring them.
I don't know what it is. It's like ASMR to me, but seeing those people get pinned to the ground against the driveway by the cops afterwards, I just it's catharsis. I don't know what it's just this deep level of pleasure for the justice.
So wonderful.
And
Bring
actually
it back
on YouTube, and he busted one of the the head of the police union for the DC Metro Police this year in April.
Wow.
Whatever happened to him, though?
Yeah,
I heard
yeah.
he had
I'll send you guys the link on Twitter.
I heard he had a downfall. Like
can
he got
tell
in
you
trouble
about it.
for something.
I
Do you
can
know
tell
what
you-
that was about? Because I
They've
don't.
been sued for entrapment. It's very,
Is
it's
that
very
all?
easy to. I mean, that's
Here you go.
one of them.
Okay, I thought it was something else.
I'm actually looking very much because like Robert Pattinson actually sounds like him, so
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this movie.
He looks a little young, though.
a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm being nice with what I said there, but basically that. Yeah.
I am a sucker for anything. And I've forgotten her name. God dang it. Hold on. I'll look it up.
Oh.
My goodness.
I know everybody's having brain farts on Tuesday. I couldn't remember how.
Merritt Weaver. My goodness. Anything Merritt Weaver is in. Ever since she won either, I think it was an Emmy for Nurse Jackie, and she had the most epic Oscar, Emmy speech ever. It was just like she got up there, and I have to find that one. I'll send to you guys on Twitter. It was hilarious. I won't even give it away. I will just send it to you.
I first remember seeing her in this movie I bet no one has heard of. That's called Series 7. And it was an ultra low budget, and it starred the girl who was in the pit in Silence of the Lambs.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And it's basically this game show where you kill each other. It's basically battle royale, and you have
like
this film
Squid
crew
Game.
walking around. Yeah, it's very kind of Squid Game. It's like a found footage movie. It's
Series 7, The Contenders, a 2001 satirical dark comedy.
Yeah.
Huh.
It was a fictional
It's
reality.
an intense movie. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. It's out there. It's hard to find, but it's in existence.
You get your name put on a record as soon as you grab. They're like, "Why do you want this?"
Deleted. We're getting close to the alarm
We
went
are.
off a while back.
So
Don't want
we
you to
do
get in
have
trouble.
to wrap this up. And hello to Big Al Presents. Good to see you. All right. So we're all in agreement. I think we all like this one. We recommend it,
Yes.
right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Cool. All right. I know I certainly do. All right. All right. So we'll one time around the horn. Paul, we'll start with you. What do you have coming up next?
I'm slowly developing the idea. Oh, I'm big again. Oh my god, I'm too bright. I'm slowly developing an Arnold Schwarzenegger retrospective. Gonna be going through every movie where he's the starring role. Going to be doing like a one-on-one with all our fellow YouTubers. And Thirsty Thursdays will be back, I want to say the second or third week of September after Resident Evil comes out in theaters, because I want to get Nadia and Sin, our fellow resident horror evilises, on to discuss horror and all things scary. So watch out for that.
Cool.
Rachel.
Let's see here. I have my April movie recap is going to be on the 19th at 7:30 Eastern Standard. I will be back here for the next movie mystery night on Tuesday. And I did finish up all of the in memoriam for 2025. I will be working on 2026. Go check out the channel and keep an eye out for those. Thank you.
Enigma.
I will be with Miss Rachel on the 19th to join in with the April movies, as well as tomorrow night I'm with Proctophile. We're going to talk about the movie Blood Work with Clint Eastwood, and Animorph with oh my gosh, his name is leaving me already. Willem Dafoe. Good Lord, that was a unique movie. So I'm sure he has a lot of thoughts on that one. But yeah, we're going to be doing that. So should be good.
Right on. Sid.
So at 9, I'm going to be on Box Office Brawler's channel talking about No Country for Old Men, which I had only seen once before rewatching it for this stream. Last Friday, my live stream with Jonathan McLean, where he talked about the outfit, went up. It aired live, and so that was really fun. Go check that out. Honestly, seriously, check it out. It was a great conversation. And this Thursday, Friday, I'm going to release my review for The End of Oak Street, which I'm going to go see Thursday. Sunday, I have a review for the 1985 Dario Argento film Phenomena. That's a crazy movie. And of course, Tuesday, back here for this discussion. And on Friday, on Friday, I'm going to be on Kyle's channel. It's a new series he's starting up, a live stream called Movieholics. Just some various movie discussions. I think next week is when I'm going to be on Rachel's stream as well. And I think Wilkie's on Friday for another live. I got a lot of live streams coming up, more than I do actual movie reviews. So yeah, that's it.
All right. As for myself, of course, here in a couple of minutes, you can join me right here on my channel for Live from Sparkwood in 21. It is a retrospective of the Twin Peaks television series. We are going to be watching the season 2 episode entitled Slaves and Masters. Guest stars Dana Herlihy and David Warner, and was directed by Diane Keaton. And it is an episode with a very memorable ending that's still being debated today. So join us for that. And of course, I am going to be joining Outlaw Bill Thursday afternoon at 5:30 Eastern, 4:30 Central for the next episode of Action Theater. And we are going to be watching Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. And then later on that night, you can join me at 11 p.m. Eastern. You can join me for my program, Coming Attractions, where you get to find out what I am going to be doing in the next week. So, okay. That is where we are. And I'm going to go ahead and let this one go now. On the 23rd, Sunday the 23rd at 11 p.m., Rachel is going to be my guest on my program, Reserved Seats. I'm going to take it easy on her. You guys, you know the show. It's light. I let the guests kind of take over and the chat kind of take things. Yeah, I know it might be my last show.
Okay.
I'm very. She's beginning to worry me now.
Oh.
I might pop open a bottle of wine.
As long as it's Argentinian wine.
we're very heavy drinkers on this show, folks. In fact, we may as well just call ourselves the Critical Drinkers and become a band.
There you go.
Just go
Well,
out.
hilariously, I've been drinking a 0% beer. Womp womp womp.
That doesn't count. I have to go.
Okay.
Any final words, guys?
Bye, everybody.
All right.
No.
As I always say at the end of every broadcast from HQ and all points north, south, east, west, and beyond, good night. Take care. Stay strong. Be safe and healthy because this is how we win. I'm trying to end the show, damn it. Damn it, you StreamYard. What are you doing?
What's happening?
I don't know. Here we go. Good night.
Deleted scenes where the truth runs free. Take care, stay strong, we're breaking the mold. Be safe, stay healthy, let the story unfold. From watch parties, reviews to the news we spin. Deleted scenes, yeah, this is how we win. Take care, stay strong, we're breaking the mold. Be safe, stay healthy, let the story unfold. From watch parties, reviews to the news we spin. Deleted scenes, yeah, this is how we win.